A 95-pound German Shepherd was returned to the shelter 5 times in 2 years. Every family said the same thing: too aggressive, too unpredictable, too much. But when a newborn baby girl came home from the hospital, this dog did something that made the parents call the vet in a panic. What the vet discovered changed everything. His name was Rex, a 95-pound black and tan German Shepherd with a scar across his left ear, a bark that rattled windows, and a stare that made delivery drivers refuse to come to the door. He looked like a police dog who had seen too much, and in a way, he had. Rex spent 681 days at a county shelter in North Carolina. 5 families took him home. 5 families brought him back. The first family said he growled at their kids. The second said he destroyed their furniture. The third said he wouldn't stop barking at night. The fourth kept him for 9 days before leaving him tied to the shelter gate at 5 a.m. with no note. The fifth family never even made it through the first night. The shelter staff stopped putting him on the adoption board. They moved him to the back row where the dogs go when nobody's coming for them anymore. Rex stopped eating for 3 days. Then he stopped barking. Then he just lay there with his head between his massive paws, staring at the kennel door like he was counting down to something nobody wanted to say out loud. Jake and Lauren had been trying to have a baby for 4 years. 2 miscarriages, 1 failed IVF round, and the kind of grief that turns a house into a place where people just sleep in the same building. When Lauren finally got pregnant and the doctors confirmed everything was healthy, neither of them celebrated. They were too scared to believe it. It was Jake's brother who suggested the shelter. "You two need something to take care of before the baby comes," he said. "Something that needs you right now." They weren't planning on a German Shepherd. Lauren wanted something small. A beagle, maybe. Something calm. But when they walked past the back row, Rex stood up. For the first time in weeks, he stood up. He walked to the front of his kennel and pressed his nose against the bars. He didn't bark. He didn't growl. He just looked at Lauren's belly with those intense brown eyes and let out one long, quiet whine. Lauren looked at Jake. Jake shook his head. "No way, that dog is huge." "He's the one," Lauren said. The shelter worker pulled them aside. "I need to be honest with you. This dog has been returned 5 times. He has serious behavioral issues, and you're about to have a baby. I can't recommend this." Lauren signed the papers anyway. The first 2 weeks were rough. Rex paced the house like a prisoner. He flinched at doors closing. He ate standing up, fast, like someone was going to take his bowl. He slept in the corner of the kitchen with one eye open, never fully relaxing, never fully trusting. But he followed Lauren everywhere. Kitchen, bathroom, bedroom. Every room she walked into, Rex was 3 steps behind, watching her belly like it was the most important thing in the world. Jake thought it was strange. Lauren thought it was beautiful. Then Emma arrived. 7 pounds, 4 ounces, 10 fingers, 10 toes. A cry so small it barely filled the room. When they brought her home, Rex was waiting at the door. His ears went flat. His tail dropped low. He walked toward the car seat slowly, sniffed the tiny pink blanket, and then he did something nobody expected. He lay down directly in front of the car seat and refused to move. Not for food, not for water, not for Jake, not for anyone. Lauren tried to pick Emma up. Rex stood and positioned himself between Lauren and the baby. Not aggressive, not growling, just blocking, like a wall of fur and muscle that said, "Nobody touches her." Jake panicked. Something's wrong with him. This is the aggression they warned us about. They called their vet, Dr. Patel, who came to the house that evening. She watched Rex for 20 minutes. She ran basic behavior tests. She observed how he reacted when anyone approached Emma. Then she sat them down and said something they never expected. "This dog isn't being aggressive. He's guarding. There's a difference. He's decided that baby is his to protect, and he won't let anyone near her until he trusts you know what you're doing." Jake stared at her. "So he's not dangerous?" Dr. Patel shook her head. "Dangerous dogs bite. Dangerous dogs snap. Rex hasn't done either. He's standing guard. That's not a flaw. That's a gift. The problem is 5 families didn't know the difference." I see you still haven't subscribed. That breaks my heart a little. Hit subscribe. What happens next is something you need to hear. Dr. Patel told them to move slowly. Let Rex observe. Don't force him away from the baby. Let him learn that you're safe. It took 11 days. On day 11, Lauren sat on the floor next to Emma's bassinet. Rex watched from across the room. She didn't reach for Emma. She just sat there. After 40 minutes, Rex walked over, lay down beside Lauren, and rested his head on her knee. Then he looked up at her and let out the softest whine she had ever heard. Lauren picked up Emma. Rex didn't move, he just watched. And when Emma's tiny hand brushed against his nose, his tail wagged for the first time since they brought him home. From that day, Rex became Emma's shadow. He slept under her crib every night, not beside it, under it, like a living foundation holding up the most important thing in the house. He had a routine nobody taught him. Every morning at 5:45 a.m., he would walk to the nursery, sniff the crib bars, circle the room once, then lie back down. Every evening after Lauren's last feeding, he would wait until Emma fell asleep, then press his body against the crib legs and close his eyes. He never missed a shift, not once. But the night that proved everything happened 3 months later at 2:17 a.m. Lauren woke up to Rex barking, not his normal bark, a sharp, desperate, relentless bark aimed directly at the crib. She ran to the nursery. Emma was silent, too silent. Her lips had a faint blue tint. She wasn't breathing properly. They rushed to the ER. The doctors found a respiratory infection that had been building for hours. They said if they had waited until morning, the outcome could have been devastating. Rex had known before the monitors, before the symptoms were visible, before the parents. When they came home from the hospital, Jake sat on the kitchen floor with Rex. He held that scarred head in both hands and said, "5 families gave you up. 5 families called you dangerous. You're not dangerous. You were just waiting for her." Rex leaned into him. His whole body went soft. His eyes closed. And for the first time in 681 days, he exhaled, like he finally believed he was home. Today, Emma is 2, Rex is 6. Every morning starts the same. Rex licks Emma's face until she giggles. Emma grabs his ears and he doesn't flinch. She feeds him Cheerios one at a time from her high chair, and he takes each one like it's a diamond. The vet said German Shepherds are the 3rd most intelligent breed in the world. They don't just follow commands, they read people. And Rex read Emma from the very first second. 5 families said he was broken. 5 families said he was dangerous. But a 7-pound baby girl proved them all wrong without saying a single word. Have you ever had a dog that nobody believed in? Did your rescue dog surprise everyone? Drop your story in the comments. We read every single one.